What's going on, guys? Fun with Knives back again, and I got a pretty interesting video for you today. I think you guys are going to like this one because it's kind of a cross between a discussion video and a poll video. In fact, I don't know what I'm going to call it yet, but my plan is I'm going to pose a question to you guys. I'm going to answer it myself, and then if you guys would put your answers to the question in the comment box below, I'll tally up those answers and do a separate video about it in, I don't know, a week or so, when some time has gone by and we've got some answers, because I'm really curious to know the answer, because I know a lot of you, I mean the vast majority, are knife nuts just like me, and why wouldn't you be? This is a knife channel. So the question is, who is your favorite knife company and why? Who's your favorite knife manufacturer and why, if you have one? Now, if you don't have one, you can definitely put that answer as well. I think we'll make 3 categories where you have a favorite knife company, you have, a top 1 or 2 like I do, and then one, another group that you don't really have one. So my favorite knife company for folding knives, if you guys have been watching the channel at all, you can probably guess that. In fact, I'll give you guys a chance to guess right now who makes my favorite folding knives. Well, ZT, of course. I'm a huge ZT fan, and there's a whole lot of reasons for that, and I'll go into that in just a moment. But I also have another favorite knife company that they don't exclusively make fixed blades, but I mean, that's like 95% of their offerings, and that's Tops Knives. Now, and I think I like these companies for a lot of the same reasons, and one of those is that they are USA made, and I mean USA made everything. Like, this leather sheath is made out of US steer hide. Their hardware is US made, US source. Their steel is USA made. I mean, they're just screaming quality to me, at least. And a lot of them are overbuilt. I mean, I don't think this Tops Scandi Woodsman is necessarily the best showcase for an overbuilt Tops knife, but I mean, it's still pretty sturdy. But let's open this up. I don't have a case worth of ZT knives, but I do have the case, and I think it's pretty cool. Let's grab the 0801, which I just reviewed, actually. This thing is beefy, and it's supposed to be. I mean, their box says they're built like a tank, and they are. They have cool collaborations with these amazing designers. They got nice, thick blade stock. You're not going to do anything to hurt them. They got super strong lockups. I mean, they're using great materials. I like ZT for their actions, their fit and finish, all sorts of things. And Tops is the same kind of way, but for fixed blades. I rely on Tops every time I go camping, every time I go hiking. I always got a Tops knife on me when I go outdoors. That's just kind of how it works for me once I discovered them. I used to think they were so overpriced, just like I thought ZT knives were crazy expensive. And don't get me wrong, they're not cheap. They're not like I can buy one of these every couple of weeks. I got to save them. It's kind of an investment, and that's why I like them so much, is that they're not going anywhere. They kind of make up part of my permanent collection. But these are my 2 favorite knife companies by far. Now, I love my Kershaws, but Kershaw is kind of like a budget ZT to me. They're sister companies, and they share a lot of similar design characteristics, even though, the materials they may be using are miles apart. The price may be miles apart. They're still similar. So I do love Kershaws for folding knives. I mean, you can't ignore Spyderco, for example. I think if you were to ask me who makes the most functional everyday carry knives, on average, I would say Spyderco. I think their blade stock is just a little bit thinner. They make better slicers. Their ergonomics are usually just a little bit better. And I'm talking on average from an entire catalog from company to company. I think Spydercos are some of the most effective cutting tools that you can throw in your pocket. That's just me. But they're not my favorite company. I mean, I love my Manix 2. I love my PM2. I love my Spyderco Persistence. I mean, I have got quite a few knives, but they're not my favorite. Now, maybe you're into cold steel, which I definitely know. I have some cold steel fanboys watching the channel. Maybe you love cold steel. Maybe, this is probably pretty rare, but maybe you guys just love Boker Plus. I mean, I've had quite a few Boker offerings, and sometimes I forget that they exist, and, I kind of look through Boker's catalog. I'm like, holy crap, that's really cool stuff that they're putting out. And sometimes I think they're underrated, but a lot of times I think they're a little overpriced. But, I mean, companies I shy away from, SOG. I shy away from SOG all the time. And Gerber. I don't think I have a Gerber in my vicinity to show you. But, I mean, there's companies I definitely don't really want to buy from. There's a couple examples there. And stuff like CRKT. I mean, it's hit and miss with me. Every time I get a CRKT knife, there's a 50-50 chance that I'm going to like it or I'm not going to like it. And I'm about ready to do my review on this CRKT auxiliary as well. So that's my question, guys. What is your favorite knife company and why? Now, you don't need to write me a novel per se. You can if you want. I'll probably respond to the comment. I think this is a very interesting thing because everybody's needs are different and everybody's tastes are definitely different. I mean, we're talking, I think we're going to get some wild answers here from everything from, my favorites are Gonzos to I think my favorites are, Bradford fixed blades. I think we're going to be all over the spectrum here, and I'm excited to hear your answers. Now, the reason I bring this up is because I should probably give you guys something to look at. What should we go with? How about, let's see, my balisong that I do not know how to use. How about that? I mean, I know how to open it and close it now. I mean, with that little simple move. That's not bad. That's really hard to do with a tripod in your face, believe me. But the reason I'm bringing this video up is because there's some brands that I have never bought from that are really popular, like Benchmade or K-Bar. I've never owned either of those brands, and I think that's a little wild because I mean, I've been in the hobby for quite a while. I mean, I've collected lots of knives. I'm not necessarily a collector where I keep everything I own. I'm mostly just an enthusiast. If I didn't have stuff all over my background, that'd be cool. But there's quite a few companies like that where I'm like, oh, I've never owned one. Like, I would love a Hogue knife, but I don't see a whole lot on Hogue knives, and that's, kind of an investment. They're going to cost me around what a ZT would cost, and why would I stray from what I know and love? That's what I'm trying to figure out here, because, I mean, if the overwhelming thing is Spyderco, maybe I need to look more into some Spyderco offerings. Maybe if it's so overwhelmingly Benchmade, maybe it's finally time for me to get a Benchmade. I don't know. So let me know what your favorite knife company or companies are in the comment section below, or if you don't really care, if you just love them all. Because at some level, I do just love all knives. Even a gas station knife, I'm going to love it for something. There's something in there that I'm going to think is cool, that is useful, that is unique. I really do like blades. But if I had to pick, if you guys just force my hand, what's the only folding knives you could, company you could buy from? It'd be ZT. The only fixed blade company you could buy from is Tops. And you can definitely split it up like that in your answer if you want as well. So, hope you guys found this interesting. I thought this was a great kind of discussion or poll topic. And I'm excited to hear your answers. So, thanks for watching. And remember, have fun with your knives.